What's up guys and welcome to FPL Today. I'm the man in the know, J&O, and welcome to my team points and performance for Game Week 11, where I go over how I did in Game Week 10 and start to consider what areas of my team I might need to change for Game Week 11. But before we get into this video, if you want to know where I get all of my stats from, it's one of the best sites to get stats from, and it is Fantasy Football Fix, a sponsor of this channel. Here's a quick word from them. Use artificial intelligence and Optastats to build your new squad for the new season. Analyse the highest owned players and most popular starting squad currently entered into the FPL. Upload your squad at fantasyfootballfix.com now to improve your FPL performance. Click the link below or head over to fantasyfootballfix.com to get started. So let's get on with the video, and we start off with revealing how I actually did, how many points I got, and did I actually finally see a rise in rank. And we did see a rise in rank of around 400k. As we can see, we managed to get 56 points, which puts us on a total of 490 points. That has seen us rise in rank to about 2.478 million and a game week rank of around 2 million. At least it's on the way up, 400k rise, and the main proponents of that was, of course, Raheem Sterling getting 11 points, doubled to 22. I can't remember the last time I managed to actually get a captaincy call right, so I'm very happy with that result. Also very happy with returns from the likes of Tammy Abraham, although 4 goals scored in the game, I'd have liked a bit more than an assist. De Bruyne getting some points as well, Mane getting some points in the 2-1 win against Spurs, and Rico being a surprise package with his second clean sheet in a row. Am a bit disappointed with Maddison. When you've got a player in a 9-0 win, you'd hope for more than just 1 goal. But it is still a return, so I shouldn't complain too much. So it's much better than previous game weeks. However, there is a few caveats to it, and it is the fact that I was a bit unfortunate with my bench. I did consider playing bench boost, which would have seen me get an extra 15 points. Sionku was also one I was considering playing, as was Tomori, to be fair, but I think Tomori was the one I would have probably transferred out first. Sionku, I was unsure about. I really wanted Lundstram in the side, and Lundstram was very close to being able to get a goal or an assist in his game against West Ham. But Sionku would have been the better choice, getting a clean sheet and 6 points. And then also Luke Connolly getting 2 assists for winning a free kick and a penalty. I thought he might come in for Hudson-Odoi because Hudson-Odoi didn't start, but of course he got brought in late into that Burnley game and managed to get a yellow card for diving, which meant I didn't get Connolly's points and Hudson-Odoi got 0 points. Now really worried about Hudson-Odoi after Pulisic's hat-trick, although I do believe his hat-trick was a bit fortunate, but we will see what happens there. Kind of just wish I'd jumped on the Mount train really early, because now he's in that kind of price range where it's a bit more difficult to bring him in than the likes of Hudson-Odoi, Jack Grealish and players in that price range. So if we actually have a look at how my players did, we can see here the underlying stats in Game Week 10 for all of my players. Of course, we can arrange it by points, and you can see quite clearly Sterling is head and shoulders above the rest with 11 points, 8 points for Maddison. But if we actually have a deeper dive into everything, we only have 2 big chances for my entire team. One for Raheem Sterling, one for Sadio Mane, which I believe would be that ball in from Trent, which Mane managed to head wide. As far as shots on goal, Raheem Sterling was top of the charts with 4, but Rico is actually second with 3 ahead of Mane, Maddison, De Bruyne and Lundstram and Alexander-Arnold, all with 2. The fact of the matter is Rico and Trent could have got returns, as could have Lundstram, which would have made my game week look a little bit better. And if we go to shots inside the box, we can see Lundstram as well, 2 shots inside the box. There's points from this Lundstram fella. He seems pretty decent. And then if we go to attempted assists, Trent Alexander-Arnold is head and shoulders above the rest with 7, with 4 of them resulting in shots on target. De Bruyne with 4, 3 resulting in shots on target. Sterling and Mane also contributing with 3 attempted assists from Sterling with 2 shots on target from them, and 2 attempted assists from Mane with 2 shots on target from both of his attempted assists. Your solitary attempted assists, which all resulted in shots on target from Lundstram, Rico, Abraham and Hudson-Odoi, so maybe he could have got an assist, which would have made my game week better again. But there is issues here. I personally am not confident in having James Maddison right now. I feel like Vardy is the one to have, and then there's potentially cheaper options in that Leicester side in midfield that could do better than Maddison will do for me. Of course, if I downgrade Maddison to the likes of Harvey Barnes, if I think he will continue to start, or potentially your Tillmans, who I'm confident of being a starter, I'm just not sure how high his ceiling is, we then could consider upgrading Callum Wilson to Jamie Vardy, which I would feel a lot better having Jamie Vardy in my side. Callum Wilson, of course, is one of those strikers that sometimes you just have to be patient and wait for him to actually get on the score sheet. But if you look at his underlying stats, there's zeros across the board there at the bottom. He almost looks the same as Pope. And of course, Pope isn't going to have any shots on goal because he's a goalkeeper. So Callum Wilson is one I'm worried about, as is James Maddison. Hudson-Odoi, I'm now worried he's going to be a rotation issue. Again, I'd like to get Mount in, but if I'm downgrading Maddison, I have enough to either upgrade Wilson to Vardy or Hudson-Odoi to Mount, not both. And then the rest of the side I'm probably happy with, although I am still flirting with the idea of not having Raheem Sterling in the side, which would free up a lot of money to potentially make my side feel stronger in general. But I like having someone like Raheem Sterling in the side as a captaincy option. And I think if I got rid of him, I'd probably be looking at Mane and De Bruyne every game week. And while I like De Bruyne, I'm not sure, to me, he's a captaincy option just yet. I know that sounds weird because he's had some good double-digit returns and he is consistent, but I just don't know. It just doesn't feel like an explosive option to me, and I'll probably be proved wrong with Kevin De Bruyne having plenty of double-digit hauls in this season. If we go back to my team, we can see the team and how it lines up for game week 11. We still got Pope in goal against Sheffield United away. Hopefully Sheffield United are slightly quiet in that game. And hopefully Burnley are quiet too, as we have Lundstrom in defence alongside Sionku against Crystal Palace. I'm just hoping Crystal Palace don't score here and Leicester can shut them out a bit. And Trent against Aston Villa. He was unlucky not to get any sort of assist against Spurs. Hopefully we'll get something against Villa. We got De Bruyne and Sterling both against Southampton at home. Mane against Aston Villa away like Trent. We've got Hudson-Odoi currently against Watford away and Maddison against Crystal Palace away. And then it's Abraham, Watford away as well. And Connolly has come in for Wilson because I'm just not sure about him right now. And I'm sure with Wilson on the bench, that means he will get some returns. But I have been impressed with Connolly, and it is against Norwich at home. So hopefully there's a few goals in that one. On the bench, we will have Callum Wilson, Tomori and Rico. Against Man United, I just get the feeling Man United will score, which is why Rico's on the bench. He could still get an attacking return. I also feel like Man United are a decent side defensively, so there's the potential that they keep a clean sheet against Bournemouth, who haven't exactly been firing on all cylinders recently. And Tomori, I just don't have much faith in their defence right now, and Tomori is one I'm considering getting rid of because I think if you're going to have a Chelsea defender, you might as well have someone that could also get attacking returns because they just don't look like a side that are likely to keep a clean sheet. And Burnley were knocking on the door well before they managed to get those 2 goals in that 4-2 Chelsea win. So guys, thank you so much for tuning into this episode as always. If you have enjoyed it, please do consider hitting that subscribe button and that like button and that notification bell, which is meant to tell you when my videos go live, but apparently it isn't working very well recently. Also, do feel free to check out all the links in the description down below, and also make sure to check out my live stream. I'm not sure if it will be out before or after this video goes live. It may even be out at the same time. I'm trying to fit in a lot today. We'll also be streaming with the Wildcats later, so make sure to subscribe to the Wildcats and check out that stream where we will talk even more FPL for you guys this Monday. With all that being said, I've been JNO, this has been FPL Today, and remember, it's all about the game.